TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Welcome to One Nation with your host, Christian Norfleet. So glad that you can tune in with me here this week. And like I said, I'm not taking it for granted that you tune in here, because you could tune in to any other person, but I'm here with you today, and it's very exciting because I have a special guest today. His name is Elder Ali Jenkins, and he's here representing his organization called Manifesting Greatness, and you're going to hear from him a little further in the program. But before we get started, I'd first like to acknowledge my executive producer, Felix Washington. Thank you, Mr. Washington. Felix Washington, a man of vision and a man of purpose. He puts these shows together here on TV 1061, and it's very good programming. He pushes us to the limit to make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. But like I said, it's we're at One Nation, who is in partnership with Wisdom Inc. Those is one of his organizations where he's working with the youth, and that's a 501c3. One Nation is partnered with Wisdom Inc. So that is also something else that we can support here in the Black community. Another thing is I want to give a shout. Another person I want to give a shout out to is Shante Barksdale. who handles the social media, the Facebook, the YouTube, to make sure that you get these programs like this here on TV 1061. So make sure that you give a shout out to her. If you're friends with her on Facebook, say hey, give her a shout out, but thank you, Shantae, for your hard work. And what I need y'all to do, I have a Facebook page, also a group. Share the links. Tell everybody, call somebody, let somebody know that, hey, One Nation is on the air, and we're here live every week, Saturday at 2 p.m. So looking forward to hearing from you in that way. Another way, if you want to get your vision or your business or advertisement here on Facebook, on TV 1061 through Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. We all got all these social media outlets. But if you want your business or vision advertised here on TV 1061, here's what I need you to do. Email 1061tv@gmail.com. That's 1061tv@gmail.com. Attention, Felix Washington, to get your business, to get your vision, event planning, or even church event. Yes, we do church event. If you got a revival going on, whatever you got going on, and you want it advertised. He makes banners as well as commercials. So there's no limit to what Felix can do in that department for you. So if you want your business or vision or advertisement event here on TV 1061, once again, you see it on the screen. Email Felix Washington, 1061tv@gmail.com, and let him know that you are interested. Also, you can Facebook me, inbox me, or email me. You know how to get to me. So, like I said, those are one of the ways, all right? Also, if you're enjoying good programs like these, One Nation is not the only show on the TV 1061 network. There's other shows like the Playlist. And the Playlist is a group of videos where they do a countdown of the hottest, latest videos going on. Also, I think the Chronicles in the Bed. What was the name of that new show you got? The Chronicles in the Bedroom, Felix? Bedroom Chronicles, yes. So there's something that you're interested in. We have a vast choices of different entertainment that you can watch. So if you enjoy these type of programs, guess what, y'all? You can donate to 1061 TV. What's the Cash App $? What is it, Felix? It's on the screen. $1061 TV or TV 1061. That's it. That's the Cash App. There it is. $TV 1061 Cash App, and donate to us. We will be very appreciative of that. That lets us know that you are enjoying these programs, and it keeps us here on the air to entertain, provide, and serve you. So thank you so much. That's $TV 1061. And speaking of donations and sponsorships in that matter, I want to take this time to thank Katrina Spencer with Katrina Sticks, who sponsors this show. She's a phlebotomy and laboratory service technician, and she says, "I vein to please." So if you're interested in phlebotomy or laboratory service, here's what I need you to do. You see it on the screen. 1400 Veterans Memorial Highway, Southeast Suite 134, Mableton, Georgia, 30126. And her phone number is 404-734-2990. KatrinaSticks@yahoo.com. At Katrina Sticks on Facebook or Instagram. There it is. You see it on the screen. Shout out to Miss Katrina Spencer. Thank you so much for your support and sponsorship of this show here on One Nation and TV 1061. Much blessings to you. Thank you so much. So what we started last week on this show is we had actually people call in. We had actually Miss ATL. Shout out to Miss ATL. She called in last week and did questions and had comments. So we had a nice little conversation. So what we're doing on the show now, and during the course of the show, you're going to get a chance to call in. And if you have a question, you can have a question for me or my special guest, Mr. Ali Jenkins, who is here today, Elder Ali Jenkins, who is here today. You're more than welcome to do that. And I'm going to give you that number. The number is 770 485-7724. That will be the number to call in for any questions or comments. And we're not doing it right now, but I'll let you know when during the second or third segment you can have call in for a question, or if you want to question the guest, or have a comment or whatever have you. So once again, write the number down now. It's 770-485-7724. I love to hear from you. All right. So, like I told you before, my special guest is here. I'm very excited to have him. He works with the youth. The name of his organization is Manifesting Greatness. We're going to interview him today and allow him to speak his mind and give his vision and purpose of what he's doing in the black community. And like I said, with so much going on, it's important for us as black men to stick together, to come together. Some of the things that I talked about last week, I was discussing the Willie Lynch letters last week, and there was a lot of things in there that I had discussed that where black men sometimes in this country feel slighted, they feel degraded, inferior. So it's very important when us black men come together to help support the black community. When one is doing good here and another one's doing good here, we're coming together. We're building the nation. That's why I called this show One Nation, because it's my vision and my goal to bring us together as one people, as one nation, and to build a society of strong, black, united men and women. Because women, we need y'all. We need your support. We need your encouragement. We need your strength here. So nobody's excluded in this community. Nobody's rejected or looked down upon. At this point, we have to get out of the crab barrel mentality and start lifting one another up, start loving one another. So that's why I'm bringing my brother on today, Elder Ali Jenkins, because he's going to have a lot to say. And also, he's a minister. He goes to the same church I do. He goes to Changing the Generation, where we both serve as elders. Matter of fact, he came in around the same time I did. We had to go before the Council of Elders. And I went first, and he went right after me, and we had to preach, in order to 15-minute sermon. And I remember we was both sitting there I know I was nervous. I don't know about him, but we were just sitting there talking, like, listen, we hope we make it. But I got in, he got in, we both did good. And like I said, now he's at the church now. He got promoted, doing things and working in the ministry, and I think in the Sunday school department. So God is really using him and his ministry. And like I said, I want you to tell people, share the link on Facebook, let people know that we're on the air. This is going to be a good one today. And like I said, excuse me, after we come from commercial break, you're going to hear further from him. And once again, don't forget that number to call in when the time comes, 770-485-7724. And while my mind is on it, I want to give also a quick shout out to Mr. Douglas Burke. And I just got some information that Mr. Burke, and I hope he don't get mad at me for mentioning this, but he's moving into a new location. And shout out to him, Mr. Douglas Burke. And that's another black business we can support, jewelry. And he's going to have a new address, so we're going to give that information to you soon as I get further information on that. But I wanted to give a shout out to him as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, when like I said, after I come back from break, you're going to hear further from him, and we are going to be, preparing ourselves for this man of God, for this man of vision. And like I said, hey, One Nation, we are here, we're ready. And we're going to give you just what you're looking for. And I think we're about to go to break. How many minutes I got till break? I know I'm kind of breaking protocol a little bit. I still got 2 minutes, so so like I said, you know what? Let me give you a quick scripture. I want to give you a quick scripture. Today I was talking to a friend of mine about Psalms 23. We were talking about the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters and restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So I want to encourage you today. Now, yes, I'm a preacher. I know how to preach at the drop of a hat. But I want to encourage somebody today that you might be going through your valley today. You might be going through a situation today where you feel like God is not with you. You might feel some anxiety, but I'm here to tell you that if you put your faith in God, now hear me, my faith is in Christ. I know other people have different faiths and different walks in their life, but me personally, I know what works for me. So I want to encourage you, don't forget, just in spite of what's going on in your life, despite all the hell going on right now in the world, with these stimulus checks, y'all, what is going on with these stimulus checks? Please, whoever, Trump, the government, Congress, y'all need to get together and get them checks together. So people need money out here. People are struggling out here. But in the meantime, hey, y'all, keep your faith in God. Don't lose your faith in God. Because while the government's playing around with y'all money, still don't know whether or not they want to give you money, which I don't understand because it shouldn't take this long. People out here losing jobs. People out there losing apartments and homes, losing cars. People are struggling out here. So, you know, I mean, this is a time where the government needs to come together, need to come up with a formula, come up with a plan. I know they're trying, but they need to move a little bit quicker, move a little bit faster. Because, you know, people are, see, they are in a better position. They're in a good position right now. They got their nice homes. They got nice cars. They got things that are nice. So it's kind of hard to relate to people who are in bad situations and going through things, because when your life is all set up and your life is all perfect, it's kind of hard to relate to somebody who's struggling and working 10, 12 hours a day, working 2, 3, 4 jobs just to maintain, just to barely pay the rent and keep food on the table. That's a reality here in America. America, which is supposed to be the greatest and richest country in the world, which it is, because really nobody in America should be in poverty. Nobody in America should be struggling. Nobody in America should have to live in homelessness. Right here driving through Atlanta, and this is no slight to Mayor Keisha Bonham, because I know she's trying to do the best she can, but I see out there people are homeless right on out there on the street, sleeping under the bridge. Some live there by choice, but some don't. You know, they live there because they have no other choice. They have no other alternative. They don't have no family. And I know they have, what do they call shelters. And I know they have cash assistance for people and food stamps. But sometimes that's just not enough. So I think that, you know, there's things that we can go a little bit further, do above and beyond. And we can. And, you know, like I said, y'all be encouraged with that. Hey, y'all, we about to go to break. As promised, we're going to have Elder Ali Jenkins come back. And he's going to be here. Don't miss it. See you in a bit.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316 in East Atlanta Village.
Welcome back to One Nation with your host, Elder Christian Norfleet. And as promised, I have my special guest here, Elder Ali Jenkins. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Nice. Oh, fist bump.
Yeah,
fist bump. Yeah, I forgot. I'm about to do handshake. COVID-19, right?
Yes, sir.
But it's so good to have you on the show, sir. This has been a long time coming, and I'm glad to have you here. So we here at One Nation like to partner with people, you know, who are doing work in the black community. So we're starting off. We're going to interview you. Tell me, who is Elder Ali Jenkins?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a man of God, because I mean, without God, none of us are anything. Of course, I'm connected with a lot of different organizations. Changing the Generation really has been pivotal in my growth as a man. I'm a father of 2 children that I love, a boy and a girl. But I'm also a mentor to the community at large, both in Greenville, South Carolina, and here in Atlanta.
So you're from Greenville, South Carolina?
Yes, I am from
Okay,
Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, so tell us about your upbringing in Greenville.
I honestly grew up in a single-parent home situation with my 2 sisters. What I can say, you know, though we dealt with poverty, I don't think that was the major issue. You know, me personally, you know, growing up, not knowing who I was a major issue. But I mean, Greenville, South Carolina really taught me a lot of things, but honestly, I would say I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, because because it really grew me up spiritually and mentally to the place where God could really use me the way He's using me now. So
absolutely. Now, I have a 30-second clip that I'd like to show the people.
Okay.
If you want to break it down, show me, what are you talking to the people about in this clip here?
Well, this was part of my summer program called, was referred to as In Pursuit of Greatness Camp. And in this clip, riding with my guys, and we're having what's called a conversation of greatness, which is where I get them to conversate about, you know, to create an atmosphere of greatness in their minds, in their hearts, and begin to establish the Word of God in their life in such a way that it becomes comfortable and natural to them.
Okay, cool. We're going to take a look at that right now, if you don't mind. Take a look here. Okay, so we couldn't, I don't know if we could get the audio on that, but like I said, we'll come back to that later. But manifesting greatness, tell us about what manifesting greatness is all about.
Well, it all started, I was in college, and I had, honestly, due to poverty, I had went to school to be a lawyer, you know, not because that's necessarily what I wanted to do. I mean, it just made sense money-wise. But I remember specifically my sophomore year, and I had, you know, really began to give my life to God, and I started working with kids through the community service hours that I had to perform. And once I started working with them, I realized that there was something special about just working with kids and being able to, you know, show them things and teach them things that you yourself might not get the opportunity to learn. And so once I got out of college, I began working in boys' homes, and I did a lot of work in there, grueling work, very grueling work.
I bet.
And but what I realized is that just as much as the kids are the problem, us as adults are the problems. And so, of course, manifesting start with the first 3 words is men. You know, M-A-N, man. And so I began working to, you know, also put together men's groups. I had actually started a men's group with some guys, you know, and I just really began to dig on both sides of the issue, you know, working with the kids, but also seeking to build godly understanding amongst us as men so we could be an example of what they needed to see on a consistent basis.
Wow, and that's something that you said, that it wasn't more so the youth, but it was the adult. Expound on that a little bit more.
Well, the thing about it is a lot of what they're learning is coming from us as parents, us as teachers, us as mentors. You know, they're watching us every single day, whether we know it or not, you know. And the fact of the matter is they can't be great if we're not at our greatest level.
Wow.
So, you know, and so that puts the responsibility on us just as much as them.
Wow. So as what manifesting greatness, how did you come up with the name? You said you explained that a little bit, but was it something that you came when you was like younger, or is it older as you came in?
Well, I honestly can't take the credit. God came up with it. He just revealed it to me. But
Right.
even as when I was working with the men, it was just manifesting at that time. You know?
Okay.
So just really seeking to get men together and let's get on the same page and let's just become better men. But once I moved to Atlanta, I began more working with youth on a more free range basis.
Okay.
And so it really grew into this greatness. Like, we can come together, you know, these youth and these men we all trying to become better. Let's all be great, and that's greatness. So it's an
Greatness.
atmosphere.
Awesome, awesome. So, what are some of the challenges that you face today with the Black youth?
Oh, there are so many. I deal with them on a day. I deal with over 100 youth throughout the week, whether it's
Wow.
through training, through mentoring, and a lot of the stuff nobody knows about, the phone calls that I receive at 12 in the morning, you know. But the thing that that I think is the greatest challenge with the youth is they lack understanding of their identity. They lack understanding of what vision is concerning their life, and they lack the understanding of how important legacy is to being in God.
Well, because sometimes when they don't see it as, and like you said, in the adults, they don't see that in men.
Exactly.
Because men are natural born leaders. So the young men are looking up to the older men for guidance and for leadership. And when we don't provide the right type of leadership or the right type of order, then it falls down, and then you have disorder and distrust.
That's it.
You know what I'm
That's it.
saying? So with your group there, you are, and you say you take phone calls at midnight.
Yeah.
Wow. Now what is that like?
Well, of course, I have 15 guys that are like the main part of my organization. I've been with them since 9th grade. They are now going into their junior year, and I committed to stay with them through their 12th grade year because I learned in boys' homes that a lot of kids need consistency more, just as much as they need quality. You know, you can't be with them, you know, for one day and help them, and then the next day you're gone. You know, and so what God revealed to me is that you got to be consistent. You got to be committed to being with them, and so that was my commitment to them. To if you need to call me, I want to make sure that these 15 guys that they manifest their greatness, and they won't have the excuse to say, oh, I didn't know, or I didn't, because a lot of us say, you know, well, I didn't know about that, or I didn't. They're not going to have that excuse because God has enabled me to be able to commit to them in such a way that they have a resource of mentorship, leadership, and guidance.
Now, what is the age ranges of some of the young men
All
you
of
work
them are juniors, so between the ages of 15 to 17.
with? Okay. And during one of these sessions where you're counseling them, what type of things go on with them?
Well, I have what's called a legacy league where they play basketball on Tuesdays. But the main thing that I do with them is my summer program is where I will pick them up at 9 a.m. and they will be with me all throughout the day. They will go with me to my other trainings, and just to give them an idea of what hard work is about. You know, really teach them, you know, and not only tell them about it, but show them this is the work that goes into, and this, you know, so having conversations with them, getting to discuss certain situations and why, you know, certain things happen, you know, getting to hear their mindsets and their thoughts on things, you know, so it really creates an atmosphere where not only are they learning, you know, but I'm learning too, you know, because
you're like preparing them for the future.
Exactly.
So tell us one of your success stories with one of the young men.
Well, actually, all 15 of them, if you would have met them in their 9th grade year and you would meet them now, you would see a total difference.
Wow.
From attitudes to grades to, you know, even the parents trust with me. Like, I can call them now, right now, and say I'm coming to pick them up. The parents don't even ask. It's just, but that trust that I built with them, because they can see, you know, the results of their children really coming to understand, you know, the greatness in themselves and begin to actually take the steps and commitments to being responsible for it for themselves.
Wow. And do you get some of these men, some of the men, young men, fathers involved? Do you get them involved in, or is them some of them, or is these just particular for single?
At this point, that's really difficult for me. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not able to do that, but I just really kind of step in. And I also talk to some of the fathers. I have spoke with some of their fathers, and had conversations with them that was helpful to their relationship. So
Right, because that's definitely important. But until that relationship is mended, you guys kind of fill in the blank,
Exactly.
and that's a good thing. So with that being said, which is very influential and very effective for the Black community. Do you plan on? Well, I know. Well, I don't want to get too personal, but do you have something for the young girls, or do you have like a woman involved where you want to start reaching out to the women?
Well, one of my biggest supporters and fans, which is Terica Williams, she's at some point she's going to head those things up. She has been pivotal in a lot of the things that I've been completing lately, and some of the partnerships that I built, and just personally helping me manifest my own greatness.
Wow.
And so, but she's definitely want to get things in place to where young ladies can definitely manifest their greatness too. Actually just came up with a female logo, for them too.
Oh, that's good.
And so
Very good.
definitely want to make sure, because again, I don't want this to just be about us men or young men, but everybody can manifest their greatness.
So how far do you see this thing going? Like, how big is the vision on this?
To be honest with you, with the next 5 years, I see this as a national community of advocators, leaders, and influencers, all, working to manifest this greatness in the legacy, not only in your own homes and communities, but also making sure that the greatness that you have been blessed with, that you're making sure your community, and not just locally, but nationally, all working together in partnerships, mentorships, and leadership to build a national community of everybody just seeking to be great and doing whatever it takes.
So, like, do you see like partnering with different churches and things like that? That'd probably be good in community centers.
Exactly.
Well, awesome. Now, you're an elder, man of God, as you say. So, I want you to talk a little bit about that. How did you come into that part of your life?
Ran from it for a long time, honestly. But
we all did. I did too.
It's only so long you can run from your purpose in God, and especially with the calling that was on my life, working with the youth. I really had to come into my purpose, and establish myself for myself as what God and the things that God called me to. Coming to changing the generation was really exponentially great for me. It challenged me in ways. Elder Roxy Harrison, she wonderful elder, and she challenged me in ways and brought things out. It manifested things in me that I didn't even know was in there. The excellence that Bishop Paul Morton and the elders in general operate with was just an example for me to begin to set standards in my own personal life that also helped, to establish what the foundation I needed to be a great example and leader to this organization and its purpose and mission.
Now, being an elder and a community leader, you do see what's going on out here.
Yes, I do.
And tell me what your opinion is on some of the things that you see as far as with the government. And before we get to that, we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, we're going to try to play that clip again for you when we get back after these messages. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world.
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com, and we thank you for your time. Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote...
Hi, I'm Michael Kyle, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Thank you for tuning back in here at One Nation. We have our special guest, Elder Ali Jenkins. And we're sorry that we couldn't get the clip up for you. We had problems with the audio. But like I said, you can go to, tell them, Elder Jenkins, where they can go on your social media.
You can go to my Facebook page. It's Manifesting Greatness. The clip is definitely on there. I can repost it just to make sure that y'all just get to see, you know, what these...
Or yours truly, your host. Hey, the doors is open to the church, as they say. So, as we continue on with the interview, I want to ask you a question about, do you feel like we support each other as black people?
We do, but I don't believe it's sufficient for what needs to be accomplished in our homes and communities. That's something that even I'm personally trying to seek to get into more, you know, with my organization, is to support and show, you know, my support for other organizations and other movements that are happening, you know, to show that this is the way that we manifest greatness, is by supporting one another, you know.
That's right, that's right.
Because oftentimes, you know, us as blacks, we wait till it's good, then we hop on the train.
Right,
you know?
right.
So, you know, and that's not manifesting great. You just wait until it's great, then you get on. So,
bandwagon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's not helpful too, because there's some people doing some great things in the community. I witness it every day, and so I just think that we have to really lock into, you know, first of all, making sure that our vision is in line with God, so that when people do lock in, you know, that you're taking them somewhere, but also that, you know, that you're not so concerned with, is this going to go somewhere, that you miss an opportunity to sow, you know, whether it's your time, whether it's your treasures, or whatever it might be that God would have.
Yeah, because when you said to keep them support one another, see, because when I support another man's vision, you know what I mean, then when my time comes,
Exactly.
I get, you know what I'm saying, God will set me up.
That's it.
And He will send the people along
There you go.
to support your vision and what you're doing.
That's it.
Yeah, and so, you know, when you came up with this vision, you gave your vision to God, the team of people that you work with, you know what I mean, how were they influential to you personally? You have people people you work with.
Well, there were. I have a saying that we few, but we plenty. There are very few people who was instrumental in this movement. One definitely being Terica Williams. She has been there for me in more ways than I understand. Rashida Martin, which is my cousin, you know, she's definitely always supported the movement. And there are many others, but those are the two who really come to mind. Definitely changing the generation. Definitely all the elders, everybody from that church, the love, the opportunities that I was given there. There's so many that I can't name them all. So if I missed you, don't be mad at me.
No,
Charge it to my head, not my heart.
That's right. and shout out to Changing Up. It was our bishop's birthday. Was it last month? So happy 70th birthday to Bishop Paul S. Morton. We love you, and we shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you.
Yes, Lord. So I'm enjoying this here because I'm learning so much. And I want to ask you this question here. What can we do more individually ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to manifest greatness?
Well, I think the thing that we miss a lot is, you know, God's plan. You know, we hear it said, you know, God has a plan, you know, not to harm us and not. But when we get to actually the operation and application of life, oftentimes we divert from believing that that is the plan, you know, and that's something that I'm personally learning, you know, because I'm here talking about greatness, and you can't, without God's plan, you know, I make sure that in every one of my hashtags, I try to put, this is God's plan, it's not mine, because I understand that I can't be great without Him. You know, I'm nothing without God. None of us are nothing without God.
That's right.
And so it's just really trusting God's plan for your life, and then not only trusting the plan, but being prepared for the detours that comes with that plan. Because oftentimes, you know, those turns that come in life, when we think, oh, well, that's not the plan no more, but that's God testing our faith to see if you have to go over here, would you stay faithful to me over here?
Come on.
And so that's, I mean, that's a daily task. You know, I wake up every day, you know, seeking to, how can I be better? That way, when I'm coming to contact with people, that I bring an atmosphere better. That's manifesting greatness.
Awesome. Hey, 'cause there's a scripture in the Bible that says the steps of a righteous man
Yes, sir.
are ordered by God.
Yes, it is.
You know, and when we follow the plan of God, God has a plan. Then it says, lean not to your own understanding,
that's it. Yeah.
but in all their ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. No, we're in preaching. We're in
Yeah.
preaching land right now, so you already know where we're going with this.
Around on the set.
Oh no! Come on now. Hey, I feel it. But but I tell you, you know, whenever we allow God to lead us by His Spirit, Spirit led, and we put our visions and plans before Him, we see those things manifest.
Yes.
Manifestation is a powerful word, because matter of fact, as I was praying to God, that was one of the words God gave me, was manifest. This is a season of manifestation. And you kind of went into it a little bit with manifestation, manifest, you know, and I think that, you know, when we see God manifest, it encourages us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It brings us to another level of understanding. But we have to be in synchronization. That's another word God gave me, to be synchronized with God's Spirit.
Exactly.
So when we see the manifestation of His blessing, you know what I mean, then it flows right. The people, the favor of the Lord and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to elaborate on, even though you gave me your definition of manifestation, I want you to elaborate a little bit more on that word manifest.
Well, manifesting is, of course, the base word is manifest, which means readily perceived.
Come on.
You know, and the ing, it context is the being of it. And so, regardless, the greatness that God has already put in us, it has already manifested, but we're manifesting it daily by how we are putting ourselves in contact with Him, in relationship with Him, but also connecting with His people. Because if I become great, but I don't share what is great, then that's not greatness. Because see, greatness is an atmosphere of what is great. That's what God is. When God's presence comes in, there is an atmosphere that comes in with it. So it's not just He is great. He is greatness because of the atmosphere. And so, when you're talking about manifesting, even being patient with yourself in the things of God, you know, you have to understand that, yes, you are great, but there is a daily work. There is a momentary work that you have to continue to be intentional about with God and with His people that He sends you, and those that seem like they don't care about it. And so,
manifesting, as you said, continual consistency. Manifesting is a consistent growth.
Exactly.
That tongue, I love that word. Just and see, people fail to realize sometimes is that the Bible says faith without works is dead.
There you go.
So we can have the faith and we can speak and we can say things, but manifestation begins when I begin to work.
There you go.
Put my hand to the plow. You know, see what I'm saying?
Yes,
then I'll begin to see the manifested work. Because God wants to use you. He's going to manifest it, but He's going to manifest it through you. Well, where's my greatness at? Where's my power at? I'm trying to get it through you, but you got to allow me. You know what I'm saying? And get that word in. So, what's a scripture that you can attach to that manifestation?
Honestly, it's a tough one, but 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, it talks about when I became a man, I put away childish things. And so if God's going to manifest in our life, we can't be children in the responsibility of it. You know, there's a lot of areas that's all sin is I'm being a child in it when I'm supposed to be an adult and responsible about it. And so, you know, that scripture really helps us to understand that as I grow in God, as I grow up from being a child in God, I got to also help others grow up.
Wow.
You know, and so I'm putting them away in myself, but I'm also creating an atmosphere that helps put them away in everybody else.
Wow.
You know, so that those things that, you know, are not full, are not whole yet, that though we are broken in areas, that we're allowing the atmosphere of God to perfect it, because we're saying, I'm gonna be responsible. We ain't gonna be like Adam and Eve and say, well, it was the woman's fault. It was, and the snake did it. But nah, we gonna take responsibility. We both chose this in different ways. Now let's show us the greatness. We want it to manifest in our God, because it manifested is not just about what we do. It's not just about our doing, but our being.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that y'all are enjoying this. This man's breaking down some words today to us. And like I said, you see the number on the screen. If you have a question or a comment, if this is blessing you right now, this word, I need you to call in 770-485-7724. This is live. And let me remind you, when you call in, please keep it professional. We don't need nothing out of the pocket, nothing crazy, please. You know, you don't have to curse or just speak your mind, you know, but be respectful and be professional. And get your comment heard, and, you know, and represent. Remember, when you call in, say your name and where you're calling in from. And we love to hear from you as we are talking to Elder Ali Jenkins. Now, I have another question. What is some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you like to do in your free time?
I love playing basketball. I love fishing. I love hiking. The truth is, I love experiences. You know, just experiencing new things is just healthy for growth. You know, sometimes we be so caught in what we like that we miss out on what life is like, you know. And so, you know, I love anything to do with nature, trying new foods. You know, can't really travel right now, but as soon as this pandemic lifts, I want to see the world, you know, and I want the world to see, you know, this greatness that God is giving me in the vision. And so I love people. There's so much that I love, you know, but ultimately, again, just experience and sharing greatness with people.
I have a question for you. How important is balance in your life?
Oh, so very important. I'm actually learning this lesson myself. A lot of the people that are in my life have to help me with this one, because I love the work. I'll work it, and even God, you know, have to make. That's why I believe God said He maketh us to lie down in green pastures. He was talking. I know He was talking to me. I don't know, but sometimes we have to understand that. Sometimes God is asking us to rest because there's a greater work that is coming that we're not prepared for. And so we have to really trust Him, you know, that He's leading us into these places of peace because there's a peril that's coming, you know. And so for me, balance is so important, not only for me, because if I'm tired, right now where my organization is at, if something happens to me, there's a lot of things that'll fall apart, you know. And so just understanding that, you know, rest is important, just as important as the work, you know, and that balance also helps me remain balanced when my guys get together and they got attitudes and they feel like being disrespectful that day, you know, and so I'm able to better maneuver those situations because I'm allowing God to maneuver mine.
Wow. Name one of your greatest triumphs in life.
I would have to say not allowing my past to destroy my present or future.
Wow, say that again. Not allowing my
I think
past.
that came from the Spirit, but not allowing my past to destroy what God has for me in the present and my future. And that's something that's a resilience that sometimes surprised me. I know it wasn't me. You know, I've been through a lot of things that, you know, I look back and I say, I don't even know. I know I couldn't have went through that. You know, growing up, I've never met my father. You know, I'm a single parent, but now I am a father, and I also help to father so many other young people, you know, not letting that, because I could have used that as an excuse, you know, because to be angry, to be bitter, you know, but I think that's the major thing, is that resilience that God has put in my spirit to say, I don't care what has happened, I'm going to still trust you for what will and can happen in this moment.
Wow, and I'm so glad you brought that up because I got something else we're going to share. We got to go to commercial break. We will see you back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
All right, welcome back to One Nation. I'm with my special guest here, Elder Ali Jenkins. And Elder Ali Jenkins, as you know, during the course of the show, he's a preacher. I told him I wanted him to give a word of encouragement to you, so I'm going to allow him a little bit of time, give him 5 minutes to give you a word of encouragement. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what this man of God has to say and receive it in Jesus' name. It's in your hands.
Well, thank you for that, Christian. I first wanted to really share about the vision that God gave me, because I tell people that this is not a logo. It's not a logo. It's a legacy, and God's vision that He gave me, and this has meaning to it. So, if you look at the crown, because see, Hosea 4:6 says, "My people have perished for a lack of knowledge," and so the crown represents royalty, meaning that in God you should desire the best of everything. A king, a queen, they get the best of whatever knowledge, whatever wisdom, understanding, whether it's food, they always want the best. So that's what the crown represents. But then you have the wings. And you have to think the first thing that a bird does when it's in time of trouble, and God gave him this gift, is that he elevates. And some of us, you know, tend to come down to people versus elevate above those people who are trying to bring us into places or thoughts or emotions that God doesn't desire for us to be. But lastly, the logo has a shield. And this represents the legacy that God has given us. You protect it, and it'll protect you. You know, when you're protecting the things of God, you're protecting his word in your heart, you're protecting it in your mind, you know, God is going to protect you in your situations. There's so many times where things have manifested all because I was just doing exactly what God asked me to do, and I never expected anything for it, but he blessed me. He gave me favor simply because I was just allowing him to protect me by protecting what he's given me. And so again, you know, this whole logo and the circle part of it, again, this represents the people who are really, you know, about the things of God, you know, and really digging into, you know, the greatness that God has given, you know. But this part represents those who's just watching. You know, they're not sure quite yet, you know. I don't know if I belong in there, I'm good enough for in there, you know, and I'm not quite sure, because I might step back out here, but I really want to be in here at the same time. But the outer part, of course, represents the world and all the things that it desires. And so when you talk about manifesting greatness, when you talk about allowing the plan of God to really work in your life, you know, this legacy and what it represents, this logo, it speaks just to that. And I tell people, like, this is my life. You know, it's not just a logo. This is my life in this, you know. And so, you know, making sure this is just a reminder to my guys. They love wearing this, not because it looks nice, but because they understand my purpose is in him, my identity is in him, my legacy is in this, and it's a constant reminder of the things of God in your life. And so whether you're in the world, whether you're sitting here watching, or whether you already in there, there's greatness for us all. And let's cease the perishing because of what we don't know, because we begin to, whatever greatness we have, we're going to share it no matter where people are at in our communities and our homes. And that movement can change the whole world. And so I thank you for that and that time, and I'm going to go ahead and give you your T-shirt.
Oh, man. Thank you. Look, y'all got a gift from Elder Lyle Jenkins. Let me take a look. And what does it say on the back?
Now, on the back it says, "We few but plenty," because often the things of God start out small. But if you be faithful in the small, it'll be plenty, and it'll be more than enough, as we've all seen in different ways as to how God works.
Wow. Thank you, Elder Jenkins. I appreciate you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you for coming to the show. I certainly enjoyed you. And be sure, once again, how can they get in contact with you and support what you're doing?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And all of my information is on both of those platforms. I'm working on a website. Haven't quite got it yet, but I'm getting there. So Instagram and Facebook is the place to really reach me at Manifesting Greatness.
All right, y'all, you heard it here. Let's thank Elder Ali Jenkins for coming here and sharing his time and his vision with us. We certainly greatly appreciate it here at One Nation. We don't take it for granted. And when people come on here and share their time with us, share their vision with us, hey, you know what I mean, do what you can. You know how to get in contact with him. You got any young men that need any mentoring, send them right over here. All right? And before we close out, I want to, once again, I got to take care of business. So I want to give a shout out to Felix Washington. Thank you, Felix, for everything that you do, for allowing me the platform here on TV 1061. And if you enjoy good programming like this, One Nation and other programs on 1061, I need you to Cash App $TV 1061. That's $TV 1061. Cash App, and sponsor and donate shows like these and other shows. Support the network. We need your help. So thank you so much for doing that. Also, if you have any businesses or visions, advertisements, or events going on, church events, preachers, churches, you included, what I need you to do, if you are looking to do advertisement, which is banners or commercials, 1061tv@gmail.com. That's where we need you to email your questions, your phone number, your contact information. And that's attention Felix Washington. He's the one that takes care of that. So that's 1061tv@gmail.com. Email him, attention Felix Washington, or you can contact me on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter as well through One Nation. So once again, the email I think will be on the screen. There it is. 10611061tv@gmail.com. Email him if you have any businesses or events going on that you like to have advertised, not only on this show, but the other shows as well. Bedroom Chronicles is one. The Playlist is another show. Dr. Pat, another show. My show. All your information, all your visions, all your advertisement will be advertised here on 1061 TV Atlanta. Thank you so much. And also thank you, Katrina Spencer. I want to give you another shout out. Thank you. She is a phlebotomist. So if you are interested in having I guess that's your blood drawn, needles. I know it might be a little scary for some of you, but if you need blood work done, she has a business called Katrina Sticks. That's phlebotomy and laboratory service. Vein to please. That's her motto. You can contact her at 404-734-2990. Her address is 1400 Veterans Memorial Highway, Southeast Suite 134, Mapleton, Georgia 30126. That's Katrina Sticks at yahoo.com. Katrina Sticks, Facebook and Instagram. I vein to please. So thank you again for her for your sponsorship, Katrina. And once again, we're about to close out the show. I know you guys had a chance to call in. The number is 770-485-7724. If you do decide to call in, now I'm about to close out now. So if you call in now, we won't have much time left. But if I thank you for your support. I thank you for all those that are watching. Thank you. I'm going to say a few of y'all's names. I hope y'all don't get mad at me. Thank you, Tina, Henry, and Michael, my brother, Demetra. I think that's still on here. Thank y'all for watching. I know I called y'all. Thank you, and thank you for your support. And other people that are watching. And tune in next week, every Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll be back here every week. Informing you and giving you information. And before we close out, I sing these beautiful children. There were 4 children singing this song. This thing touched my spirit so much. These children were so beautiful, and I want you to hear them. So we're going to close out the show with it's about a 3-minute clip. We're going to close out on that. I want you to listen to it and be blessed. And see you back here next week, 2 p.m. at One Nation here on TV 1061 Atlanta. God bless you. Peace.
Well, 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 I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulder, pulling in my gun. Well, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. Do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's why I wanna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gotta keep on keeping on, I can feel it in my bones. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face, 'cause I'm alone. And I just might bear but Lord knows I tried. Sure as stars fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. You hear freedom calling me to answer. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I know to prepare a place for you. I know to prepare a place for you. I know to prepare a place for you. I know to prepare a place for you.
Seen it before, so I did it before.
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.